said, AI is coming for knowledge work. Like we thought it was going to come for labor, but it's actually coming for thinking and creativity and reasoning. And the reality is the business world just wasn't ready. They maybe were reading it, but again, they felt like it was just always way far out in the future, and it was a bit sci-fi. But I think in spring of 2022, when DALL-E and Midjourney and some of the image generation technologies start emerging, and now all of a sudden any of us could go and experience AI ourselves, and then certainly ChatGPT in November 2022, when it just democratized access for everyone. And that was the moment where I think most business leaders started realizing this is something we actually have to pay attention to now. But here we are almost a year after the release of ChatGPT. And again, I would struggle to point to an enterprise that has solved for this yet, that has really thought deeply about their AI roadmap. But I'm not talking about product roadmaps. I'm talking about roadmap across HR, finance, legal, accounting, marketing, sales, service, like how this is going to change the way work is done, and has a true roadmap for the impact across all those areas. I'm sure Barry can touch on like Microsoft 365 Copilot. Like if Copilot does what it shows in that demo video, knowledge work changes. And we're starting to see it already. And I think that's really the key here. And again, this is like, it can be overwhelming if you're new to this topic, but trust me, nobody knows what they're doing right now. This is like the greatest opportunity for you in your career and for your company if you're willing to fight through the uncertainty and the fear and find ways to apply AI in your organization. Again, I've yet to meet a CEO who knows what is going to happen in the next 12 months. And so what we have found is the organizations who are building AI councils, like welcoming people from different functions in to be a part of the conversation, who are building training programs to level everyone up to a baseline understanding of AI, who are then putting some policies and principles in place to guide the ethical use of the AI. Like those are the leading organizations right now. And that's basically where they're at, is starting to set a foundation based on knowledge and understanding, and then encouraging a culture of experimentation and competency, which is only gained through using the tools. Each organization needs responsible AI principles that guide their use of it. They need to be human-centered. Well, I'm happy, I know Kathy from our team is here, she can drop it in, but we created a Creative Commons responsible AI guide that's just 12 steps. And what you'll see is it's all about being human-centered, reskilling and upskilling, appreciating creativity and imagination and empathy, like all these things we're saying. And I think that my hope is that a year, 2 years from now, the responsible AI principles and practices of an organization is as important as compensation and culture. Like I want workers to seek working for companies who are going to do this the right way. Again, that's my whole thing. I'm not like trying to create fear at all about this. I'm trying to create the realistic perspective that companies are going to look at this as a way to reduce costs. And we have to be proactive now while we still have time to help organizations build these human-centered plans for how to do this. So that's how we always try and teach. Like, don't think about this as a reduction of workforce. Think about this as a way to drive innovation, creativity, innovation, productivity. I said already, efficiency. Like you're trying to find the ways to do this so your team actually enjoys work and their lives more. And so I think what's going to happen is every company is going to have a choice. We're all going to save time. We're like, AI will give us time back. Each company gets to decide whether they give that time that's saved back to their people and they work fewer hours. So maybe if you're a lawyer, instead of 80-hour weeks, it's 40-hour weeks, maybe. So if we can give that time back, I think that's what the best companies will do. You're going to make more money. It'll be more profitable because it's more efficient, but you don't have to get rid of people. You can just build a better company and be a better employer. And that's my hope for the future. So like Helen, I'm actually optimistic, but I think it's going to be at an organization by organization level that these decisions are made.